The information provided here is not legal advice and does not purport to be a substitute for advice of counsel on any specific matter. For legal advice, you should always consult with an attorney concerning your specific situation.
Whether you realize it or not, you are building a business at your law firm from day one, and the product is you. You may not have looked at it this way before, but you are essentially a legal freelancer selling your services to prospective buyers. And those prospective buyers are the partners and senior associates at your law firm that have the cases and accounts that you will be working on. Now, the very first project may be assigned to you, but after that first assignment, you will have increased control and autonomy over choosing the cases and projects and accounts that you work on. Now, the extent of that selection and the quality of that selection will largely depend on how well you have developed your business when it comes time to transition to a new case, a new account, or a new project. So now that we know the reality that we are each our own mini business within the law firm, let's look at 3 important things to keep in mind to build a strong law firm infused legal freelancer business. As we just discussed, your client base are the partners and senior associates at your law firm with the cases and accounts that you will be working on. So take advantage of every opportunity, every project to show your work ethic, the highest level of your abilities, and your professionalism. Your job as an associate is to convince those partners and senior associates running the cases that you are someone that can be counted on, that will always provide quality work product, and that is someone who is easy and pleasant to work with. The importance of taking advantage of every project particularly comes into play when you're talking about projects that may be non-substantive, below your pay grade, or that don't use your abilities to their full potential, or as we usually refer to it, grunt work. But these types of grunt work projects are incredibly important in earning respect from partners and senior associates running the case, because if you can show attention to detail and quality work product in the simple projects, you are much more likely to earn their trust and get a shot when the bigger, more substantive projects come along. On the other hand, if you make repeated mistakes and errors in the simple project, odds are they're not going to give you a shot when the bigger, more substantive projects come along. Even if the project is not one you're particularly interested in or challenged by, keep in mind that these are your clients. Showing professionalism and enthusiasm in your work is incredibly important, and good reviews of your work will determine a big portion of the caseload that you'll have in the future. And keep in mind, you never know what case or account the partner might have you in mind for in the future, or what other partner he or she may be talking to about how great you are to work with. So whether you are working on a grunt work project or a project you feel like is way out of your league and you have to ask a ton of questions just to get started, you can always bust your ass, think through all possible avenues to get to an answer before moving on, and provide a prompt and enthusiastic response. Remember, word gets around, and you want to take every opportunity to have that good word spread about you. Which brings us to point number 2, diversify your client base. Diversifying your client base means working with as many partners as possible. Now, some associates will have an easier time doing this than others, depending on how your law firm organizes its practice groups. But even if you find yourself stuck in a particular practice group, I still recommend working with as many partners as you can within that practice group. Partners leave law firms all the time, a fact which is entirely outside of your control. And you don't want to be stranded when the only partner who has seen and reviewed your work for 6 years changes firms or retires. Projects vary widely between different types of cases, clients, accounts, and the partner assigning you the project, and you're doing yourself a disservice by not trying out different projects and management styles. Some partners may give you a lot more freedom and ownership over the case than others. Some clients have a strict partners-only policy for higher-level work, while others let younger associates take on more substantive roles. And different types of cases and their different types of subject matters may appeal to you and motivate you more than others. Having as many partners know you and know your work as possible is nothing but good for your career. It increases the scope of clients that you can get outside of the firm and inside of the firm. It increases the number of projects available to you to choose from, and it increases the number of partners who know you and know your work, which can be vital when it comes time to promote someone to partner or choose someone for a client pitch. Now, an important clarification to the diversification of your client base point is to diversify smart. That means don't just jump onto a case or work with a new partner completely blind. If at all possible, try to first find an associate who's worked with that partner or worked in that practice group that you like, respect, or have a similar work style to, and ask them about their feelings about that partner or practice group. Now, admittedly, it may be hard to find an associate who's willing to open up and be honest about their feelings for that partner or practice group for fear that it might get back to them. But keep in mind that if you are respectful and honest and demonstrate that you are willing to keep whatever they say in confidence, you'll be surprised at what people are willing to tell you. Final point, You are responsible for the success of your career. From day one, as friendly or as helpful as senior associates and partners may seem or actually be, no one is going to care as much about your career as you will, and no one is going to spend as much time and energy developing it and growing it as you will. So what does this mean? Go out and find opportunities. Don't wait for them to come to you. Go find those cases you want to work on. Go find the issues that you want to sponsor at a CLE, and go find those industry articles that you want to write. Ultimately, this is your business, and the only way it's going to succeed and grow is if you work at it. So there you have it. From day one at the law firm, you are your own entrepreneur, building your own business and developing your own client base. And the good news is that it starts to feel much more exciting and motivating when you realize that you are in fact building something that is uniquely your own with your own two hands. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, write them in the comments section below. If you would like to receive a notification every time we release a new video, click on the subscribe button. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.